Hello and welcome back. Tonight we are leaving the heat of the day behind. Somewhere ahead of you, the Nile is already beginning to turn gold beneath the evening sky. And if you follow the narrow path between the reeds, past sleeping homes and date palms stirring in the warm breeze, you'll reach the river just in time. You can already hear it, water touching the shore in soft, repeating sounds, a small reed boat shifting against its rope near the bank. The air smells of river water, warm stone, and faint trails of incense drifting from somewhere unseen. You only have to keep walking toward the water. The path narrows as you walk. Dry grasses brush lightly against your clothes. Somewhere nearby, waterbirds move through the shallows, their movement mostly hidden but easy to hear. The closer you get to the Nile, the cooler the air becomes, not cold, just enough to feel different against your skin after the heat of the day. The river appears gradually through the tall rushes along the bank, wide, dark, moving as though it has nowhere particular to be. The evening light stretches across its surface in long ribbons of amber and rose. Not bright anymore, soft, almost sleepy. A dragonfly crosses low above the water, its wings catching the last of the sunlight before disappearing into the rushes again. Near the shore, a fisherman drifts lazily in the shallows. His woven boat is darkened from years of water and sun. Inside, he sits low with one hand resting loosely on the edge of the boat. A basket of fish wrapped in damp papyrus lies beside him, enough for tonight, enough to bring home. He guides the boat without seeming to think about it. The current already knows where to carry him. When you finally sit near the bank, the ground beneath you still holds warmth from the afternoon sun. But beneath that warmth, the earth feels cool and damp from the river. The contrast settles through your body gradually, easing something tight inside you that you did not notice until now. When you reach down near the edge of the bank, your fingertips briefly touch the water, cooler than the air, moving past you without resistance. A soft breeze passes across the water, cool for just a moment before fading again. Somewhere in the grasses at the water's edge, something small slips back into the river with a quiet splash. Then stillness returns. Herons stand near the edge of the water, perfectly still, watching the shallows with endless patience. A pale lotus flower drifts past them, its petals beginning to close for the night. Tomorrow morning, it will open again without hesitation. The water ripples gently around the bird's thin legs, then smooths itself over once more. Farther downstream, another bird lifts suddenly into the air, its wings scattering droplets of water that briefly catch the fading light. Farther from the bank, the river carries the evening deeper into itself, The surface darkens from gold to violet. A few insects move above the waterline in small wandering circles. Somewhere behind you, a breeze moves through palm leaves with a soft, dry rustling sound. The smell of damp earth rises again as the air cools. The village nearby is beginning to quiet. Fires glow behind low mud brick walls. Warm grain and smoke drift softly through the evening air. Children are already falling asleep on woven reed mats. The low murmur of evening voices fades little by little into silence. Outside one of the homes, an old man sits, watching the sky change color. He has watched evenings beside the Nile for most of his life, and still, he never seems tired of it. The first light opens in the sky above him. He notices it without surprise, just quiet recognition. A pale dog sleeps beside the doorway nearby, lifting its ears once at the sound of the river before settling again. Not far from the village, a small temple rests at the edge of the fields. The sandstone walls still hold heat from the day. A priest walks through the inner hall, carrying a small oil lamp. The scent of Kaifi incense drifts through the doorway, sweet, earthy, slightly smoky. The smoke rises in thin spirals, before disappearing into the darkening air. A brief breeze passes through the courtyard, scattering the incense smoke for a moment before it gathers again. Then the air settles back into stillness. Closer to the river, crickets begin calling from somewhere in the dry grass. A low, steady sound, patient, comforting. Their song joins the movement of water against the shore, the rustling palms, the distant creak of boats tied along the bank. Everything seems to settle into the same rhythm now. 3 children lie in a field just beyond the village. They are supposed to be asleep, but the night sky above them is too large to ignore. The sky fills slowly, one light at a time, then, all at once, a pale river of brightness stretching above the Nile itself. One of the children points upward sleepily before drifting off completely. The others continue watching for a little longer, their eyelids growing heavier with every passing moment. The Nile does not sleep. It never truly does. But at night, it becomes softer somehow. The water catches the sky so clearly that the river and the heavens seem to blend together. Dark water, dark sky, the same scattered silver light resting across both. The small boat from earlier is tied near the shore now. The fisherman has gone home. Only the boat remains, rocking against the current, back and forth, like a cradle. An ibis stands nearby, in the dark, motionless beside the water. The river moves around it. The night deepens overhead, and still the bird remains exactly where it is. In the village, fires burn lower. The children have been gathered inside. The whole village seems to breathe together now, and somewhere beyond the tall grasses along the bank, the river continues, moving through the dark. Unhurried, certain, endless, you can feel your thoughts growing quieter now, like the Nile has carried them somewhere farther downstream. The ibis has the river, the old man has his doorway and his sky. The children have already gone, somewhere warm and soft and far from waking, and you have done enough today to deserve exactly this. The warmth of the ground is still beneath you. The coolness of the evening is still soft against your face, and the night is still here, not asking anything, not pulling you anywhere you need to follow, just settling the way it has always settled over every quiet thing in this valley. Let your breath slow to meet it. Let the darkness come in close. Let the sound of the water be the last thing, the only thing, for a little while. Morning will come on its own, gold, wide and unhurried, but that is morning. This is now, and the dark settling soft against your skin. The world exhaling once, then growing still. You have done enough. You can let go now and drift